Have you ever thought about how profoundly loneliness can affect our elderly loved ones? It's not just a feeling of emptiness. It's a serious health concern that research shows can be as damaging as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But here's the good news. There are meaningful, practical ways we can help seniors reconnect with the world around them. And today, I'll share 15 approaches that have made a real difference in the lives of countless older adults. Hello, everyone. I'm James, and welcome to another episode of Golden Age Secrets. Today, we're discussing a topic that touches almost every family: how to help elderly loved ones overcome loneliness and isolation. By the end of our time together, you'll have a toolkit of strategies that can transform an older person's emotional well-being and even their physical health. When my own father turned 78, shortly after my mother passed away, I watched a vibrant, engaged man slowly withdraw from life. His calendar emptied, his phone rarely rang, and the spark in his eyes dimmed. It was heartbreaking to witness, and I know many of you have seen similar changes in your parents, grandparents, or elderly neighbors. What I've learned since then, both through personal experience and extensive research, is that loneliness among seniors isn't inevitable. It's a condition we can address with intention, creativity, and consistent effort. The solutions don't have to be complex or expensive. Often, it's the simplest interventions that create the most profound changes. So let's explore 15 effective ways to help the elderly feel less lonely, from straightforward approaches anyone can implement to more structured programs that have shown remarkable results. Strategy number 1. Establish a regular calling schedule. In our busy lives, we often assume we'll catch up when we can with elderly relatives. But this approach frequently results in sporadic contact that leaves seniors unsure when they'll next connect with loved ones. Instead, establishing a predictable calling schedule gives older adults something concrete to look forward to. Rather than vague promises to call soon, try setting specific days and times for phone or video conversations. Perhaps it's Sunday evening at 7 p.m. or Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. The key is consistency and predictability. When my sister and I began alternating days to call our father, ensuring he received a call every single day at roughly the same time, his mood notably improved. For families with multiple members, consider creating a shared calendar where different relatives sign up for calling duties. This ensures the elderly person receives regular contact without placing the entire burden on one family member. Even a 10-minute call can significantly brighten a senior's day and give structure to their week. Strategy number 2. Teach technology skills with patience. While younger generations often take technology for granted, many seniors feel left behind by the digital revolution. Yet mastering even basic technology can open tremendous social opportunities for the elderly. The key is approaching this teaching with extraordinary patience and empathy. Consider creating simple, written instructions with large print for basic tasks like sending an email or making a video call. Break down processes into very small steps and be prepared to repeat instructions multiple times without showing frustration. Remember, that what seems intuitive to you might be completely novel to someone who didn't grow up with these technologies. My neighbor Clara, at 85, was initially terrified of breaking her new tablet. After 6 weeks of 20-minute lessons twice weekly, she now confidently video chats with grandchildren across the country and participates in a virtual book club. The pride she feels in mastering these skills has been as valuable as the connections they've enabled. Strategy number 3. Introduce a pet companion. For seniors who are physically able to care for an animal, pet companionship can be transformative in combating loneliness. Pets provide unconditional love, a sense of being needed, and a natural conversation starter with others. While dogs offer activity and socialization opportunities through walks, they're not right for everyone. Cats, birds, or even fish can also provide meaningful companionship with different levels of care requirements. For seniors with mobility limitations or in certain living facilities, certified therapy animal visits can offer similar benefits without the full-time responsibility. My father resisted the idea of a pet until we introduced him to Max, a middle-aged rescue cat who was equally in need of companionship. Their bond developed quickly, giving my father both emotional support and a daily routine centered around caring for another living being. Research confirms this experience, showing that pet ownership can reduce blood pressure, decrease depression, and even extend lifespan among the elderly. Strategy number 4. Create opportunities for intergenerational connection. One often overlooked aspect of senior loneliness is the age segregation in our society. Many elderly people have limited contact with younger generations, missing the vitality and fresh perspectives these relationships provide. Consider facilitating connections between seniors and younger people. This might mean bringing grandchildren for regular visits, but it can extend beyond family. Many communities have adopt-a-grandparent programs through schools or organizations like Big Brothers, Big Sisters that create meaningful intergenerational relationships. My friend Elena, a retired teacher, began volunteering at an elementary school reading program at 72. The relationship she developed with students gave her purpose and connection, while the children benefited from her patience and wisdom. These intergenerational connections remind seniors they still have valuable contributions to make to society. Strategy number 5. Encourage participation in faith communities. For many elderly people, faith communities have been central to their social lives for decades. These connections often weaken when mobility issues make attendance difficult. Yet places of worship can provide some of the most supportive social networks for seniors. If transportation is an issue, inquire whether the faith community offers rides to services or can recommend volunteer drivers. Many religious organizations also provide outreach to homebound members through regular visits, streaming services, or prayer calls. Even for seniors who haven't previously been active in religious organizations, later life can be a meaningful time to explore spiritual questions in community with others. The built-in social support and shared values of faith communities create natural opportunities for authentic connection. Strategy number 6, facilitate transportation solutions. Loss of driving privileges represents one of the most significant blows to independence and social connection for many seniors. Without reliable transportation, elderly people often cannot participate in activities or maintain relationships outside their immediate neighborhood. Familiarize yourself with transportation options for seniors in your community. Many areas offer low-cost senior shuttle services, volunteer driver programs, or subsidized taxi services specifically for the elderly. Rideshare apps can be valuable for tech-savvy seniors, though they may need initial assistance learning to use these services. For family members, creating a shared calendar where relatives can sign up to provide rides to medical appointments, social events, or even simple outings like grocery shopping can make a tremendous difference. When transportation barriers are addressed, many other social opportunities become accessible. Strategy number 7, help discover purpose through volunteering. One of the most effective antidotes to loneliness is feeling needed and valuable to others. Volunteering provides elderly people with purpose, structure, and social connection while leveraging their lifetime of skills and experience. Many organizations welcome senior volunteers for roles ranging from mentoring young people to providing administrative support for nonprofits. Consider helping your elderly loved one identify volunteer opportunities aligned with their interests and abilities. Organizations like AARP's Volunteer Matching Service or Volunteer Match can help find appropriate positions. My uncle, after retiring from a 40-year career in accounting, found renewed purpose volunteering 2 mornings a week at a community tax preparation service for low-income families. The gratitude he received from those he helped and the camaraderie with other volunteers restored his sense of value in the community. Strategy number 8, enroll in lifelong learning programs. The desire to learn and grow doesn't diminish with age. Educational programs designed for seniors provide intellectual stimulation alongside social connection with like-minded peers. Many community colleges offer discounted or free classes for seniors. Organizations like Osher Lifelong Learning Institutes, OLE, available at 124 universities nationwide, provide non-credit courses specifically designed for adults over 50, with no homework or tests, just learning for the joy of it. Online learning platforms have also made education more accessible for homebound seniors. Courses on platforms like Coursera or Senior Planet can be taken individually, but become more engaging when family members or friends take the same course, creating natural topics for discussion and shared experience. Strategy number 9, leverage technology for virtual communities. Beyond basic communication, technology can connect seniors with communities of people who share their specific interests regardless of geographic limitations. Help elderly loved ones discover online forums, Facebook groups, or virtual clubs centered around their hobbies or life experiences. Whether it's a group for vintage car enthusiasts, bird watchers, or veterans from a particular era, these virtual communities can provide a sense of belonging and understanding. My aunt, a lifelong quilter who can no longer attend in-person quilting circles due to mobility issues, found renewed creative inspiration and friendship through an online quilting forum. The relationships she's developed there have become some of her most valued connections, proving that meaningful community can form even in digital spaces. Strategy number 10. Address sensory limitations. Unaddressed hearing or vision problems can significantly contribute to isolation. Many seniors withdraw from social situations due to the embarrassment and frustration of not being able to fully participate in conversations or activities. Encourage regular hearing and vision checkups, and be an advocate for appropriate interventions like hearing aids or updated eyeglass prescriptions. Be aware that financial concerns sometimes prevent seniors from seeking these solutions. So research assistance programs through organizations like the Lions Club Vision Program or the Starkey Hearing Foundation. Simple environmental modifications can also help. In group settings, reduce background noise, ensure adequate lighting, and encourage people to speak clearly rather than loudly. These small adjustments can make social experiences far more enjoyable for seniors with sensory limitations. Strategy number 11. Create ritualized family traditions. Predictable family gatherings give elderly family members anchoring points to anticipate. Rather than limiting family time to major holidays, consider establishing more frequent, simpler traditions. Perhaps it's Sunday dinner at a grandparent's home, monthly birthday celebrations for all family members with birthdays that month, or seasonal activities like planting a garden together each spring. The specifics matter less than the regularity and reliability of these gatherings. When my extended family began a tradition of monthly potluck dinners rotating between households, my elderly aunt became noticeably more engaged, often planning her dish weeks in advance and keeping track of whose home would host next. These gatherings provided not just the event itself, but anticipation beforehand and memories to reflect on afterward. Strategy number 12. Tap into community resources specifically for seniors. Many communities offer programs specifically designed to address elderly isolation, yet these services often remain underutilized because seniors and their families aren't aware of them. Senior centers typically provide not just activities, but also communal meals, health screenings, and counseling services. Area agencies on aging can connect elderly individuals with local resources tailored to their specific needs. For veterans, VA hospitals and centers often offer specialized social programs. Taking the initiative to research these resources and perhaps accompanying a senior to their first visit can overcome the inertia and anxiety that might otherwise prevent participation. A comprehensive resource directory can be found through the National Council on Aging or your local United Way. Strategy number 13. Address practical barriers to socialization. Sometimes the obstacles to social engagement are surprisingly practical. Issues like incontinence concerns, difficulty managing stairs, or insecurity about appearance can keep seniors isolated even when opportunities for connection exist. Have sensitive conversations about these barriers and help problem-solve solutions. This might mean identifying venues with easily accessible restrooms, researching transportation services with wheelchair lifts, or arranging for in-home hairstyling services to help maintain personal appearance. My mother-in-law avoided social gatherings for months because her dentures had become uncomfortable, affecting her speech and ability to eat in public. Once this practical issue was addressed with a dental visit, her willingness to participate in family and community events dramatically increased. Strategy number 14. Encourage physical activity in group settings. Exercise is vital for senior health, and when done in group settings, it addresses both physical and social needs simultaneously. The shared experience of movement creates natural camaraderie and conversation. Many communities offer senior-specific exercise classes through recreation centers, YMCAs, or specialized programs like Silver Sneakers. Water aerobics, chair yoga, and walking groups are particularly popular and accessible options for many elderly individuals. The key is finding activities appropriate to ability level in environments where seniors feel comfortable and welcomed. The social bonds formed through regular exercise groups often extend beyond the activity itself, blossoming into friendships that continue outside class. Strategy number 15. Consider professional support when needed. While friends and family play crucial roles in combating elderly loneliness, sometimes professional support is also beneficial. This is particularly true when loneliness is intertwined with grief, depression, or significant life transitions. Professional caregivers can provide companion care for a few hours each week, offering both socialization and assistance with daily activities. For deeper emotional needs, geriatric counselors specialize in the unique challenges of aging and can offer strategies for coping with isolation. Don't overlook the value of senior living communities for appropriate candidates. While many families initially resist this option, quality communities often provide levels of social engagement and activity that would be difficult to replicate for a senior living alone. Implementing these strategies effectively. As we conclude, let me offer some guidance on implementing these approaches effectively. First, involve the elderly person in decision-making rather than imposing solutions. Ask open-ended questions about what kinds of connections would be most meaningful to them. Some seniors value a few deep relationships, while others prefer varied social activities with different groups. Second, start small and build gradually. Overwhelming an isolated senior with too many new activities or technologies at once can backfire. Begin with one or two strategies that seem most aligned with their preferences and personality. Third, Be persistent but patient. Patterns of isolation often develop over years and won't be reversed immediately. What might look like resistance is often fear or uncertainty about engaging in new ways after extended isolation. Fourth, recognize that addressing loneliness isn't a one-time fix, but an ongoing process. Regular check-ins about what's working and what isn't allow for adjustments as needs and circumstances change. Finally, understand that meaningful connection looks different for everyone. The goal isn't to transform introverted seniors into social butterflies, but to ensure they have the quality and quantity of human connection that supports their emotional and physical well-being. The effort we make to combat elderly loneliness ripples far beyond the individuals directly involved. When seniors remain engaged with their communities, everyone benefits from their wisdom, perspective, and contributions. By implementing these strategies, we not only improve the lives of our elderly loved ones, but also create a society that values connection across all ages. If you found this information valuable, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our Golden Age Secrets channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers older adults and those who care about them to live their most connected, fulfilled lives. Until next time, this is James, wishing you meaningful connections in your golden years and beyond.